Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you here. So in today's video, we are going to talk about the essential oil rose. Absolutely amazing and quite very expensive as well. We are going to talk about the benefits, the warnings, and also some simple and easy recipes to use rose essential oil to bring calm and to help with medical health problems as well. So stay tuned. First of all, rose is one of the most beautiful essential oils that you can use. It's also one of the most expensive oils because it takes so many roses to make a small quantity of essential oil, but it is highly concentrated and it is well worth the price if you get 100% pure rose essential oil. Now unfortunately it is quite rare to get that 100% pure essential oil that is also organic, and it is very expensive. But what you can do is you can get a rose essential oil, and I will show you here on iHerb. You can also get that on Amazon as well, and you can get it through some well-known branded essential oil companies. But you can still get the benefit of a rose essential oil by using a essential oil that is part rose as well, because it still does contain the active components, the active portions of the healing benefits of rose through that. So don't be discouraged from using rose essential oil because you do not have access to it, because it is very expensive, but you can still at the same time get the healing properties by downgrading a little bit, just to make sure you do enjoy that and you do get the healing properties from the rose essential oil. So first of all, the little damask rose from Bulgaria produces the finest quality rose oil, and also Turkish, Moroccan and Russian rose oils are also excellent, but you do want to make sure better off that you get the Bulgarian rose oil, and because this is the most highest quality rose oil there is. And then after that there's the Turkish, the Moroccan and the Russian. So the rose otto is simply distilled rose oil, and they actually use between 50 to 100 blooms per drop, believe it or not. And an absolute of rose, these are two terms. The rose otto is distilled rose oil, which is 50 to 100 blooms are needed to be used per drop. Another term also used is an absolute of rose, which is basically a chemically extracted form of rose oil. It's also available at a slightly lower cost, so you need to be well aware of these two terms, the rose otto and the absolute of rose, when purchasing, because you need to be well informed and know that you are purchasing the highest quality, and also you are more confident and trusting of the company as well. Also, you need to make sure that you look for pure rose oil that has been distilled, and also you need to look for the pure rose oil that's already diluted in jojoba as a more affordable and still effective way of using the oil. So if it is diluted in jojoba oil, it's also good as well. It's not as good as the completely pure one, but it is good. It still has that healing properties in there as well. As for safety information, there are no issues with rose oil as far as research has said. But with all essential oils, you do need to be careful. Always use it externally, never internally. You also need to be careful never to use it around sensitive areas, the eye, the mouth. Also, you need to dilute it with a carrier oil. So if you purchase the one that's already diluted, you don't need to worry about that because it's already been, that step has been done for you. So nice. And then if you could do a patch test, that would be awesome, because then you would rule out the potential of having allergies or redness or itching from that oil itself. So make sure if you have the opportunity to do a patch test, just to be extra careful as well. So here we've just typed rose oil into the iHerbs search bar, and what came up was a couple of different brands. As you are well aware, there is Now Foods. There is also this one, the Sakaya. We've talked about this brand before. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but it's actually one of the best brands that has 100% pure essential oils as well. So let's look that up. And you do need to be careful because, for example, here there is a rose oil blend. You do not want to purchase that if you are looking for just simply using rose oil for its healing properties. This is more of a nourishing face oil along with rose and pomegranate oils and other oils as well. So it's still good, but we are, for this purpose, we are looking for the rose oil. This is rose hip seed oil. It's a totally different thing, rose hip. So notice these do come into the results, the search results, although we simply wrote rose oil right here. So as far as I know, there is these two well-known brands. There is the Now Essential Oils, the Rose Absolute, which we explained in the beginning of the video being chemically extracted, and it's also available at a slightly lower cost, if you can see right here, compared to this one, which is 100% pure. So we've opened these two ones. Let's go to this one, 100% pure essential oil, and see what they have to offer. So it is Moroccan, and it's also from Morocco and Bulgaria. I'm not sure how this works. They've listed both of the countries. And also a suggested recipe here. It says if you are pregnant, suffering from medical condition, or taking medication, consult a healthcare practitioner before use. And this applies for all essential oils, not just a rose right here. So for the other ingredients, it just says the Rose Absolute, which is, this is the one that iHerb stocks, and this is the best quality rose oil that you can find, and great reviews as well for 5 stars. And here is the other one, which is diluted, the Rose Absolute. And then when you look at the, it says here 5% oil blend, so that's really important. So you are only getting that 5%. And the other ones is pure jojoba oil, which is also good. This is what we talked about when it comes to purchasing a slightly lower quality and lower cost product. You are still getting the benefits, but of course not this one. So which one would you go for? If it was me, I'd absolutely go with this brand right here, the 100% pure, very good rose oil. As you can tell, this is a verified review right here, and she has been quite detailed. So as you can tell, 5 stars in most reviewers. So I will definitely go in with this brand right here and pay the extra price, but you will not need to use a lot of this oil because it only takes a little part, like a drop or 2 drops the maximum, which you would need to use because it is extremely concentrated as well, and this will go for quite a while. So let's look at the main uses of rose oil. Here we have that rose oil is absolutely amazing for toning and rejuvenating all skin types. But rose oil is absolutely great for dry, sensitive, and mature skin. So in the previous videos, if you have been watching them, you have noticed that we've talked about eucalyptus oil, tea tree oil as being the essential oils known for people with oily combination skin. Also, ylang ylang is one of them. But when it comes to rose, it is for all skin types, but it is specifically important and nourishing for dry, sensitive skin, as well as lavender. It's very, very powerful as well. Also, one of the benefits of this rose oil is that it eases premenstrual and menopausal symptoms, and it helps release feelings of grief and separation as well, and restoring the heart. And then we go back to the benefits of rose quartz as well, which is connected to that rose energy right here. So it's really nice how this connects as well. So let's have a look at what recipes and combinations and blends that we can use rose oil for. So for example, if you want to tone the skin, and this applies to all skin types, you can add 2 drops of rose, and then add 4 drops of frankincense and 4 drops of sandalwood, and then use 20 ml of jojoba oil. Now, as you can tell, jojoba oil is the oil preferred to be used with rose because it's very light as well, and it helps to it helps the rose essential oil to absorb better in the skin compared to when you are using a much fattier or a much stronger carrier oil such as olive oil and coconut oil. I wouldn't use them with rose oil. I would focus on using jojoba oil or sweet almond oil or even argan oil when it comes to blending with rose or essential oils altogether, to be honest. So another thing that has also helped when it comes to sensitive skin is this recipe that we've also covered right here, which is 2 drops of rose, 4 drops of frankincense, which has been known to help dramatically in cell renewal as well, and 4 drops of sandalwood. Add that to 20 milliliters, 4 teaspoons of jojoba oil, and use it to massage the skin as well. So this is a perfect serum, face serum. Before bed I would use that, and I would also keep it away from the eye area as well, because as we said that you don't want to use essential oils in and around the eye area. Also, for premenstrual or menopausal symptoms, how can we use rose oil? Well, we have a recipe right here. It's super basic. We need 4 drops of rose, 3 drops of neroli essential oil, which we haven't talked about before. We will definitely cover that in the upcoming videos, and also 3 drops of mandarin. And we add that to 20 ml of carrier oil, and then we massage into the body. So premenstrual symptoms, also menopausal symptoms, we need 4 drops of rose, 3 drops of neroli, and 3 drops of mandarin essential oil to 20 ml of carrier oil. Massage into the body, and preferably into the abdomen stomach area as well, to help relieve cramping and relieve the discomfort in that area. Also, another thing that you can do to help ease grief, stress, panic attacks is using rose essential oil, as well as adding 3 drops of orange essential oil, 2 drops of rose essential oil to a bath, and then using that same combination. If you don't have a bath, or if you don't want to use it in a bath, you can use 2 drops of rose oil, 3 drops of orange, and 10 milliliters of carrier oil as a massage oil. And you can definitely do that beforehand. Add it into a amber colored or dark colored bottle or a massage container, but a massage oil container, and it would work perfectly as well for massaging the body and massaging pulse points as well. Another thing that can also be used for grief, which is connected to the rose topic here, is rose tea. So I have a recipe for a really nice rose latte, which is quite similar to golden milk or golden latte, which uses turmeric, but here we use dried rose for our rose latte, and it also helps to eliminate stress. It helps to relax the body, and it also helps to ease grief for people suffering from that too. So we have come towards the end of this video. I hope you found this video helpful. Like, share, and subscribe in order to see more of our content. We'd love to have you on board. Take care and have a great day. Bye bye.